Turning explosives into a recreational activity is exactly the kind of attitude that led humanity to its doom. By all means, have fun. I certainly will, now that we are finally close to the end of this event. Milestone reached. Instant travel between chosen locations will be possible as soon as the main and satellite portals are built and paired. Do not ask me how it works. Not because I don't understand dimensional dispersal theory and the cross-warp applications of liminal peer-regulated parallel fibrillator nanocells, for example. But because you do not need to know. You go in one end, you come out the other. It's a door. Thankfully, the construction of project part number 12, the ballistic warp drive, can be automated and requires no manual input from you, so I'd say we're relatively safe. If you disagree about my assessment of your capabilities, you are free to attempt a study and replication of either portal or warp technology. After you're done with project assembly. You have finally built a portal. Perhaps now your progress won't be as slow. To ensure no further delays happen, I will give you some tips. A functional portal is two-way and requires one main and one satellite portal, each only connecting to the other. Establishing a portal connection will require input of singularity cells, vast amounts of power, and some patience. Before you continue, you could still change the placement of that one, it seems, suboptimal.
Okay, it took quite a bit longer than I was expecting, but finally got the sulfur shit. And concrete stuff taken care of. It's a little jank, but should theoretically work for my purposes. Just waiting for the rest of the sulfur to come in. While we do that, uranium is finally stacking up. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the sulfur byproducts. For now, I think I'm just going to do what I always do. And just say, put it off until later. I have no idea what specifically I'm going to use the sulfur for, if anything, honestly. Realistically speaking, I do also kind of need to, okay, come on. 2, 3... Anyways, realistically speaking, I do also kind of need to really start stacking up product to be sold. So I can, you know, buy the various trophies and what have you. Jump down. Okay. Drag over some power. I didn't want to put it there, damn you. So slowly coming together for the idea that I had. Alright. Okay. Don't be rude. I said don't be rude. Stop that. Okay. How much does this produce a minute? Across 10... No, across 20. So, 25 times 20. 500 a minute? Nice, I can just deal with it via a single pipeline. Exactly what I was hoping to do. Of course, you know what I could do? If I'm looking at selling all of the excess sulfur liquid being produced from this, I could theoretically set up one more train to run all the way over to Big Oil, way over there, where all of that plastic is being produced. Turn a shit ton of that plastic into packages, and be able to just kind of go from there. That's definitely an option. Something for me to think about. That I will figure out on screen, because this is dealing with the production output of making said uranium. It's not like the 7, yeah. Okay, there we go. This will deal with my liquid output issue for a little bit. It's not a beautifully perfect solution, but it'll work. Now we just repeat on this side. And honestly, it's not looking that bad. A little bit of janky tubing, but nothing clipping egregiously or anything like that. It's working. I'm bringing the sulfur in via drones because that's just a simple solution with how many pure nodes I've already gotten set up. Full disclosure, by the way, in order to keep this build minimized and take a lot less mathing off of me, I know I said I wasn't going to abuse it egregiously. I personally don't consider this egregious abuse, but the sulfur refineries specifically are summer slooped. That way, for each of these 10, I only needed 5. You can complain all you want, but fuck you, this is my playthrough. If you want to do this without the dupe glitch, go right on ahead. The ones that I use to provide for power, I will still go ahead and once I actually get my extra, or my nuclear power plant over here fully set up, I will still go ahead, delete all of those alien powers, as well as seeing about yeeting the summer sloops just over the edge, so I don't have access to them anymore. But, yeah, for the purposes of setting this up, it was a choice of either full overclock and summer sloop, or just full overclock. And with just full overclock, think about it, it's 5 for each of these, so to facilitate all 40, I would have needed 40 refineries, figure out how to link everything up and, you know, get shit running how I need it to. I made the executive decision, since it's my playthrough, fuck you, summer sloops. Again, if you ain't like it, oh well. I've got more important things to do in my life than to try and do all of this quote-unquote legitimately. Plus, it's like I said, when I was first made aware of the duplication glitch. I'm banning egregious usage of it. I'm not banning the use of it, because I fully acknowledge, especially as things are wrapping up as they are, I kind of don't need it, but for the sake of my own fucking sanity, are not going to have any qualms with using them. And again, egregious use would be, I guess the best way to define it would be, say, those power plants. If I were to just leave those up, once I take care of my power solution and whatnot, then yeah, I'd consider that egregious use. So that is banned. However, you know, for the purposes of damn you. For the purposes of those, nah, don't, nah. Do it again if y'all don't like it. Oh, fucking well, it's my playthrough. So general idea of what I'm going to be doing after I'm done setting up the nuclear power plant over here. I have to finish setting up here we go. I have to finish setting up the production throughput for the superposition oscillator, which is just going to be a simple matter of droning over the alkylate aluminum sheets. Once that's done, we're setting up the neural quantum processors. Mostly so that way I can finish the final milestone. After the neural quantum processors will be the singularity cells. And then finally, once I have those three set up, I can start working on production for the ballistic warp drive, the what's it? The ballistic warp drive, the AI expansion server, whatever that last one is. Technically, I can actually work on the last one now, as I do have the production going for all the components I need for that. But I might as well just save them for absolute last. Either way, that's the general plan. We're going to finish up on this, however many episodes this is going to take. Then we will return to doing up the last of the end game stuff so we can finish out the final blueprint, or sorry, the final milestone and the final phase. Come on, there we go. Did one of those, of course it did. Thank you. And then pump. Alright, so that'll take care of that. Now then, we have a lot. Let's see, 62.5 over 20 is just slightly over the max threshold, but so merger. Alright. So let's get this LinkedIn going. Okay. Now that we've got that LinkedIn going, we've got encased uranium. Right. Encased uranium does have an alt, but that's gonna be gonna need to. I mean, actually, that's. Yeah, that's actually not going to be too terrible an issue. Alright, well, let's finish linking the rest of these. And since I got the alternate recipe for it, should be a lot quicker and easier to make up the production I need for those electrolysis rods. Okay, so let's see here. At a rate of 2,400, that's going to be how much? Let's get away from the radiation so I can actually concentrate. All right. So at a rate of 2,400, I'm gonna need manufacturer? Okay. So let's get those manufacturers set up. We'll do it between these. Okay. Manufacturers. There you are. Set that down. Let's see here. Uranium fuel rods at max is a input of 50. So 2,400 divided by 50 would be 48 manufacturers. Alright, so 48 manufacturers. This down over here. Drag over the two lines of 1,200. Put that there, I think. Okay. Okay, good. I can just do that. Alright. So we got our two lines of the 1,200. Alright. And it's 48. So each one of them would be 24 apiece. 24. that one's actually fair. I have been on for 4 hours workshopping how to deal with the concrete and shit. It should be fine as a starter. I know it's not going to be anywhere near enough for what I need, but as a starting point, sure. Alright, so we're gonna... yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, we get about 5 by 5 on this one. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. So, uranium fuel rods. Max, copy. Alright. Then I think for space purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and stack it up. So I'm gonna need, what was it, 24? Anyways, I'm gonna need 24 for each one of those 1200 lines, so doing this to conserve on space, and it also kind of makes it a little easier on me for the purposes of setting up the lines. Okay. No idea what I just pressed there. looks like it's about right. Okay. Thirsty. One moment. Okay. All right. So that's 10 apiece. Wish I had the level 3 blueprintinator. That way I could potentially just make a modular of this. That would make setting this up a little bit quicker. All right, 15. So make 20. And then 4 at the tippy top. And how about this floor? Alright, I think for the rest of this episode, I'm gonna finish setting up the uranium fuel rods, and then call the episode. When we come back, I will be over at the main base, setting up production, increased production for encased industrial beams, as well as increased production of electromagnetic control rods. Because I'm going to need a lot of both of those. Actually, not really. It's only 5 for the control rods and 3 for the beams. But, you know, regardless, get that production set up, since it's, you know, production that's necessary and whatnot. Anyways, yeah, get that shit set up so we can come back here, get the uranium set up. And connect up the first of the nuclear plant. Well, the first bunch of nuclear plants. You get what I mean, yeah. Well, we're gonna be getting this shit going. Alright, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, one more floor. How did I do that again? Eh. Okay. Alright, so that's 24. On both sides. Making for a grand total of 48 fuel rods generated a minute. And while, yes, that would set me up pretty much for the rest of the game just off of the uranium alone, I might as well step up the production rates and go whole hog on go whole hog on the... What's it be called? You know, the fixitium and all that shit. Uranium, plutonium, fix-it, bullshit, all of it. You should be connecting to. There we go. Okay. Good. Stop doing that, please. Okay, last 4 for power. Connected to power, and I would just need to rig up the uranium and that ain't pretty, but it works. You know what? That should be the name of this entire fucking project. It ain't pretty, but it works. Okay, last line. Oh yeah, that one only has... I was gonna say, where's the fifth one? Okay, then one more splitter to split this into two. Like the Piccadilly Horde is. Beautiful. It's actually not bad. These are filling up nicely. And now we just repeat on the other side. And hope I didn't fuck up the alignments too much. Clearly I did. Well. Ain't going back now. I am very confused. Okay, never mind. I see. I borked that one up good, but c'est la vie. Yes, how I can do this instead is gonna have to be something like this. Why are we paused? I don't know how much y'all missed. This side's a little janked up comparative to the other side. C'est la vie. No going back at this point. Just got one left, and then we're calling the episode. And then I'm going to get me some dinner. And then, as stated, after the end of this episode, upon return, we'll be back at the central base for the purposes of setting up more reinforced rebar or whatever it is, as well as the electromagnetic bullshit. So we can finish production on the encased uranium, or sorry, the uranium fuel rods. Okay. Well, it's not as pretty as I was hoping it was going to be, but fuck it. Alright, so here's where we're going to call it. When we come back next, I'm going to be setting up increased production of enhanced industrial beams, as well as electromagnetic controls. And let's see here. Over 48. I need how many? 3 times 48. A production of 144 for the beams. And 240 for the electro control rods. Let's see here. I guess they were assemblers. Huh. Alright, let's see. So I could do either of these. This one would be a little better. 20... 240. I would need 12 of these to facilitate. This is 10 a minute versus 15 a minute. 44 divided by 15. So 10 of these and 12 would be 22 assemblers in total to facilitate crafting what I need for my line of shit. Alright, well, with that, we'll see y'all next time. For when we continue this monolithic electrical project. I've still got a ton of space to work with. So we'll see y'all then.